Greetings, lovelies. So, I'm sure you've noticed the change in what I have been sharing and posting on this page. Um, I am at the point where I can't be quiet anymore. And hopefully, I can encourage some of you to do the same. As this whole Epstein, I'm so passionate about this because I've kept secrets of men who violated me from when I was a little girl, multiple stories. Like, it's fucking crazy. Okay? When I thought back on how many times somebody tried to do some fuck shit to me in one way or another, uh, I'm like, damn, I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know I'm not the only one that have gone through things. There are people out there who have gone through way worse. And the thing that I'm noticing, a pattern, somebody left a comment on one of my post on YouTube, and she said the unfortunate part about this is that they're going to get away with it. Yes, they've been getting away with it for since the beginning of time. For the most part, the laws are not stiff when it comes to sex crimes. They're just not. People go to jail for drugs way longer than they go to jail for a sex crime. Unless it's just kind of like overwhelming evidence. But even with the R. Kelly situation, it's like the evidence was overwhelming, and still there's people out there like, no, he didn't do it. We already talked about that part. But the way things are going to change is if we stop rolling over and taking it. That's the only way things are going to change. So because of the stories that I've heard and the things that I've experienced, it's my mission to encourage as many people as I can to stand up. Some people don't have the courage to speak on the things that they've gone through, and I understand that. I was that person for a long time. And the more time goes by, like, I've known that this was something that I was supposed to do a year ago. And I've allowed fear to get in the way because it's a heavy topic. And nobody wants to hear about Uncle Rob. That's the name we seem to be going with. I'm sure somebody out there got an Uncle Rob. Hopefully he ain't this prick. But nobody wants to hear about their uncle being this grimy, sleazy individual. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that about their grandfather or their own father or husband, for that fact. I get it. But unfortunately, somebody's father, somebody's brother, somebody's uncle, cousin, pastor, teacher, neighbor, they are the men doing this. They're the men doing this. Your local neighborhood rabbi. I posted a video about a rabbi. I've seen a couple videos about rabbis lately. But they're going to keep getting away with it if we don't stand up. We're so passive about these kinds of things. It's like, as humanity, we're just like, oh, well, on to the next thing. And in the meantime, our kids are getting fucked, literally, with no Vaseline. Our kids are getting eaten, killed. Our kids are getting kidnapped. Our kids are getting sold. There's somebody that can hear the sound of my voice. You know something about somebody somewhere, and you're not saying a word. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and what I realized, I feel like I said this in another video, but what I realized is we were trained. At first I was saying taught, but we were trained to shut the fuck up. We were trained to be quiet. And so that's where that fear came from. But those days are done. Those days are done. So I have this page, and it was just kind of like, I have a whole nother page for my health and wellness business. So this page, it was here, and I'm like, I'll just have fun with it. Most of the time I'm pissing somebody off because I'm speaking some kind of truth. If it's about a kind of food we're eating, if it's some medicine or spirituality or religion or, all of these things, I'm always pissing somebody off. That's not my intention. But unfortunately, people don't want you to hear, they don't want to hear you shit on something that they believed in all of their lives. And then they say like, where do you have the authority, and who are you, and what do you know? Because nowadays everything is fake, everything is AI. So, unfortunately, we're in a day and time where people have to see it to believe it. And that's sad. That's sad when it comes to what's happening to our children. So I understand if you no longer want to follow this page, but things are going, what you've been seeing over the last week is what it's going to be. I'll let you know when my podcast is up and running. That will be within the next week. That will be up and running because it's my mission to encourage people to have the courage to speak. For those of you that have been harboring things that you've been going through, what people don't understand is that when somebody has been violated in a way sexually, that shit is an imprint on you. It doesn't go away. You just learn how to live with it. But some people, talking about it, it helps. I noticed that it helped me. I didn't go into starting to share my story thinking that it would make me feel better. It was just something that I knew that I signed up for. And I have the courage to do it. I have the courage to do this. I'm not afraid to do this anymore. The only reason that I think that I was very hesitant at first is because it is heavy. Some people may look at it as being something negative. Why do you want to keep sharing all of this negativity? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why wouldn't we want to expose these animals? Why? Why wouldn't we want to? So, yeah, things are going to be different on this channel. If you don't want to follow, please unfollow. If you still want to tap into my health and wellness, because to me, this is a part of health and wellness, your mental health. This is a part of your mental health. You know how many people have spiraled and have really ruined their lives because they're holding on to the fact that somebody in their family raped them? And so they end up getting on drugs and they end up turning to alcohol and doing only God knows what. So thank you for those of you that are sticking with me. Thank you for those of you that understand. Those of you that are like, something's wrong with her. And why is she doing this? You need to take a look in the mirror. Why aren't you doing it? So I just wanted to say that really quick because things definitely took a turn, and it started with this fucking list. I've been talking for years about who was about to get exposed, and everybody called me crazy. I'm tapped in. If you're not tapped in, you better get it together. Meditate, journal, I don't know, do some grounding, whatever you have to do to tap in, because I get the signals. I get the messages. It just is what it is. And so, yeah, some of your favorites, people don't want to hear that about Jay-Z. Y'all know he on that list. Jay-Z, I'm just going to be quiet and let it all unfold. I spoke about so many things years ago, right around COVID, after COVID. I told y'all how that jab was some bullshit. I told y'all a bunch of things, and everybody's just like, how do you know she's crazy? She's a witch, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I trust my instincts. I trust my visions. They may not be 100% exact, but yeah. When I say things about Jay-Z and Beyonce, man, the beehive, like you don't want no trouble with the beehive. Them bitches will claw your eyes out. And I have people in my life that I love dearly who are a part of the beehive, and you can't say nothing about B, but just wait and see. It's not over. Y'all saw what Trump said. He'll take everybody down with him. The thing that trips me out is how passionate we are about these fucking celebrities. They just regular people that done been through some shit too. Half of these celebrities had to give it up, suck a dick, or kiss some ass, or show some titties, or give up some pussy. Or they all had to, some of them, a lot of them had to do that to get where they are. It's just a fact. I wasn't a superstar, but I was around and rubbed elbows with a lot of superstars in my radio career. I done seen some shit. And all these celebrities, all these people just came to my head with the stuff that I've seen that people don't know. But y'all are obsessed with them. You gotta start trusting yourself. You gotta stop feeling like because it's somebody famous or it's somebody you know or somebody who's so nice and couldn't be, that it can't be, because that's not true. So my other page is called Wellness with Tamasha. Go over there and follow it if you would like. It's on Instagram. I think I probably have about 10 people following me over there right now, but I haven't really promoted it. But yeah, this is where we at with this. Definitely, I'm trying to expose as many people as I can because they deserve to be exposed. And if you have not talked to your children yet, talk to your children. Stop leaving your babies with people. Stop leaving your babies with people. And that's sad to say that like a mother can't leave her child with the father. You know, an aunt can't leave the baby with the grandfather. Like, that's sad to say, but that's the world we live in. And as long as we be quiet, they're going to continue to get away with it. I don't know if you've seen that China, they are punishing people with sex crime, people who do sex crimes. China has passed the law now. They're getting the death penalty. But then you got Mr. Orange Face talking about, I'm going to take everybody down. He's such a boy. Like, he's such a child. He's funny to me. When I see him, I feel like I'm looking at a 12-year-old. All he needs is a sippy cup. All he needs is a sippy cup and a diaper. He is having fun with y'all. He's having fun. He knows he's going to hell. He knows he ain't shit. He knows it. He has